In this lecture, we're going to talk about bacteria. They're the most common form of microorganisms you're likely to run into, and they can live outside of a living host. They can live on surfaces. The history of bacteria is kind of interesting. You will see that it goes back to the 1600s when a person creating a microscope first saw the first bacteria. Bacteria have been with us, been with humanity for as long as we've been around. They're a part of our natural biological makeup, nothing to be afraid of. We want you to understand that bacteria, in and of themselves, can live outside of a host body, can be transmitted from work surfaces, or can hang around for a long period of time on surfaces. We've all heard about that, people picking up bacterial infections. But they can be controlled by the use of standard precautions. Now, we want to talk a little bit about the most common types of bacteria. They're classified by the way they stain a gram. This is what we're talking about, is a gram stain. The stain, the way the bacteria makes it, is the way they're classified. They're usually classified as negative or positive. Now, that relates to the type of environment that the bacteria can live in. Gram-positive bacteria will prefer dry environments. Gram-negative bacilli will prefer moist environments. You'll see this in some cases, bacteria that will have a preference for one environment or the other. The thing to remember about bacteria is that they can live around for a long period of time. But in most cases, if you're using standard precautions, using personal protective equipment, and using what we're going to talk about later on, which is good hand hygiene, you can remove most bacteria that you're likely to come in contact with during an emergency or when you're dealing with somebody in an emergency. So just remember, this is just for your information so you can understand how they're classified. With this slide, we're going to talk about some of the common infectious agents that you might run into. Here particularly you see one which is Clostridium. That's usually from children, babies, newborns. As you clean their diapers, you can often pick that up in their fecal matter. Several that you might know here: Legionnaire's disease, which was in the news a few years ago from cruise ships and bad air conditioning systems. Multi-resistant organisms, or MRSA, that's been in the news here in the last year or so. Flesh-eating bacteria. And then Salmonella, which is a very common one you can see around all the time. These types of bacteria and other type of bacteria are very prevalent in our world. They are around us. They are not to be feared. We deal with them on a daily basis. Normally, the way that we get rid of them is by a good hand washing. You can also make the problem much easier to control by using your standard personal protective equipment, gloves and antiseptic wipes and detergent, hand soaps, when you're in an emergency and as you're moving out of an emergency. It's just a matter of proper cleansing to get rid of most bacterial infections that you might come into contact with. So we give you the list of them here so that you will see the types that are available, have some familiarity with them. And the way to handle most of them in terms of transmission is good hygiene and good protocol. Now, with this slide, we're going to talk about standard precautions. This is a matter of using simple procedures to help break the chain of transmission so that you do not get a disease transmitted to you or that you do not transmit it to someone else. Standard precautions are very simple. They're hygienic practices, use of protective barriers that we're talking about. We're going to talk about that here in just a few minutes in terms of gloves, breathing barriers, appropriate reprocessing of reusable equipment. Be sure it's sterilized before you reuse it. Proper cleansing techniques, environmental controls. Don't work in an area that's a cesspool, and implementation of standard precautions. These are procedures that will work in a hospital. They're procedures that will work in an emergency for you as a lay responder. You want to have a good sense of standard precautions and understand the protocols so that when you're using these precautions, you understand what you're doing is you are limiting transmission to yourself or to anyone else in the emergency. Now, in this lecture, we've taken you all the way through bacteria, their history, when we first discovered them, how they can be how the transmission between the microorganisms of bacteria can be broken, and how standard precautions will help you to do that. So by following what we've talked about in this lecture, is very simple, very straightforward. You will limit any possibility of a bacteria transmitting a disease to you from any source, or you transmitting a disease to someone else from any source. Moving on to the next lecture.